Alright guys, ZachMan18 here. Welcome back to the WTZM TV Channel 18 Superstation. It is Wednesday, July 17th, 2013, and this is going to be another review for another game that I've just finished recently playing. I beat it on regular and survivor mode. That game is the Curse of Blackwater on the PC, which, as you guys know, is made by the same people who made the Slenderman Shadow, Mark Steen and Ray Burgess. And joining me for this review is someone that I'm glad to have with me today. Hatchet Haz is with me.
Hello, how's it going, guys?
So yeah, and he's also known as Harry Mellor. Mellor, is that how you pronounce it?
Mello.
Mellor.
Yes.
He was one of the sponsors on the old Slenderman Shadow maps, and I've seen your name on the Slender the Arrival credits and all the other games as well.
Yep.
And the reason why I wanted to have him with me was because him and I are the only two people on YouTube who have beat the game on regular and survivor mode. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've seen anybody else beat it on survivor mode.
No, I've not seen anyone beat it on survivor mode yet.
So yeah, we're just going to be going through a couple of categories. You guys are looking at the website right now. We're going to be kind of there's going to be like kind of 5 different sections of this review. We're going to be talking about the game, the story itself, the gameplay, the enemies, and the stages, and the graphics. It's going to be kind of our 5 categories. So let's kind of start off with the story. So as you guys know, if you guys watched my playthrough for it, you start off in the forest in front of your car, and you're just heading over to the Blackwater Maternity Hospital. Well, and they have the voice actor guy, Greg Nugent. He did the voice for the paranormal investigator, and I think he did a good job with that. I thought it was a different person. He didn't sound the same as he did for Slenderman Shadow, but
no, it was completely different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a good voice actor. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah. So yeah, the story, the story was interesting. I think it kind of connected well together. Unlike Slender the Arrival, Slender the Arrival was just kind of confusing at sometimes. There wasn't really much talk about Kate or some of the other people that were involved in this thing. I mean, it was still a very scary game, but this one had kind of a straightforward thing. I mean, he was basically trying to, he was basically just exploring this hospital and avoiding the enemies, and it was step by step trying to get rid of this portal. While avoiding all the enemies, all leading up to the final sewer level. What did you think of the story?
Well, to be honest, I did find some parts of the story a bit not put well together, to be honest with you, considering he's a paranormal investigator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's encountered all these monsters where, paranormal investigators tend to like suss out with ghosts and stuff like that. But other than that, I didn't really mind it. Still a good game. Yeah.
But yeah, the story it got kind of to the point where it kind of stopped at the moment, and you were
it lost track, didn't it?
Yeah, especially on that third stage with all 6 of the key cards. I understand that he was trying to incorporate something that was similar to Slender in kind of a way.
Yeah, I think that was more or less the only level that resembled a bit of Slender.
Yeah, and basically the whole collecting all blah 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 blahs, collecting all of these will get you out of here. Why did you need 6 key cards to go through that gate? Swipe them one at a time. Yeah. So that's what I didn't understand that, but it was. I mean, it was kind of the introduction to the new monster. I think there was a total of 3 monsters. I think the one in the sewer level was different.
Yeah, in the sewers, it's I've seen it in another game called Donald. If you've not played that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's based off that character.
Oh, is it really?
But, yeah.
Yeah, he looked kind of like. Yeah, now that I think about it.
Yeah,
he did look like him.
Second monster reminded me of a necromorph.
Yeah, I think they were trying to represent a necromorph, and then the little girl as well on the second stage. And that's the thing too. So this is going to lead us to this. And now we're kind of talking about gameplay right now. So I mean, I think the monsters were very scary. Okay, this is kind of the enemies category. The enemies were very scary overall. They were fast. They did make the game
Oh
more.
yeah,
They did make the game more challenging.
yeah.
They
Once
definitely,
once they spot you,
yeah, they definitely
that's it.
scared the crap out of us.
Yeah.
And so, but I wanted to see more of the girl.
I thought that as well.
Um,
See a bit more of the girl, but you never know. Like the end of the game,
Yeah, I
you
think
hear,
I
yeah.
think what
So
would have made the sewers more challenging. I mean, because the sewers I found kind of troubling at the beginning, but then it was. I mean, it was a big enough stage to avoid that guy.
yeah, it were.
It got to the
It's like
point.
when I did the first playthrough on regular, it took me like 20 minutes to find the was it a key? I think it
Oh yeah,
was.
that dumb cabinet
Yeah, key.
key. Yeah,
Yeah, it took me like 20 minutes, so I had to bloody edit the video.
yeah, and for part of the
Didn't
gameplay,
tell the more people.
yeah, and for part of the gameplay, some of the stuff they didn't really give you many hints on where it was.
No, not really.
You really just had to find them on your own and just kind of
Yeah,
see what you can find. And I mean, it didn't say collect all six. Well, I guess it didn't in the note that the doctor left behind the body.
yeah.
Um,
I suppose it would have been ideal if if the key cards and keys and whatever you needed to collect were like highlighted. You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
But they weren't. But you never know. They might do that in an update or something. I'm
yeah.
not sure.
And
But
some of the stuff is so tiny that you would have to be very accurate in picking it up.
oh yeah,
Like if you were like one of those people who just quickly scans the lockers or the cabinets or whatever you want to call them. I mean,
yeah.
you would just be kind of quickly running your mouse around to see if you can find anything, and then you would leave and but not realize that you missed a key.
Oh
So
yes.
and sometimes the key was like put under the item, so you
Yeah, I
really
noticed
had
that
to look
as
closely
well.
and just to make sure.
But I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, the enemies were creepy. The girl was a very good way to start off the game.
Yeah,
And then it got gradually more scarier as it got to the sewers. I think the level with, I think it was the just getting the storage room and just kind of that
yeah,
level with this. It was basically the second level with that necromorph guy.
yeah.
Um,
That was
I think that one
top
was
of
the
research labs,
scariest.
wasn't it?
Yeah, where with the
Yeah,
office key and all that stuff. I think that one was probably the scariest one. The sewers was,
yeah,
I mean, the sewers was the most insane one because of that crazy ending, with all the stuff exploding around.
yeah.
Um,
I found it a bit of frustrating as well because once everything was exploding, you kept being bounced around.
oh
You know
yeah,
what
the
I mean?
camera was just bouncing around. I was like running into the door and stuff.
Oh,
Right. Um, and the thing is, and also about the gameplay, I didn't see much difference with regular mode and survivor mode.
no, I didn't, to be honest with you. But like in survival mode, your lantern doesn't last that long. But
That's true. Yeah, maybe that's
I
what.
noticed in the sewer level that there might have been a glitch or something, a bug, whether your lantern stays on all the time. Because
Yeah,
I've noticed that after I played it. So whether
yeah,
that gets updated, I'm not too sure.
right.
Um, yeah, apart from that, and the monsters as well on survival mode, if they, well, basically touch you, you're dead instantly.
Yeah, pretty
Apart from
much.
that,
I mean,
uh,
the girl was a one hit kill. It
yeah,
was a one hit kill, and the monsters were like three, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Well, I'm
and
not too sure if there was not much batteries on survival mode neither.
yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
I think they weren't making the game hard itself. I think they were just making the items very limitless.
yeah, yeah,
Just kind of keeping it to a minimum. Like I probably found like three batteries in that first stage where you had to loot all those drawers and cabinets.
yeah,
I probably found between like three and five in those. So really not a whole lot there. Um,
yeah.
so
Well, I would have thought in the survival mode, like the items would have been in different places,
right,
to make it more harder.
right,
Which you probably get people thinking, "Oh, I'll go here and find the key there," and then notice it's not there. That would have been a bit more better.
yeah,
But
um,
obviously, it was in the same place. But
yeah,
like I said, it might change in an update. You never
yeah.
know.
Yeah, and it just came out, so I mean, we're it's too kind of early to judge whether or not there will be updates because there is an update section, but there's no updates available at this
Yeah,
time.
there
Does
is
it?
one on website, isn't there? So
So
yeah,
I think he'll probably fix the the tiny grabbing. I think he'll make it more maybe of a bigger space to maybe grab the item like the small items as well.
yeah.
Just make it and also maybe fix. There's a bug in the sewers that I noticed. The monster he gets stuck on that little sewer pole.
Oh yeah. I noticed that he gets stuck in the corner. He's constantly walking in corner.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's just walking
I've
back and
noticed
forth
that.
like, and he's not even moving anywhere.
Yeah,
And I noticed that like when I watched both of your playthroughs and
yeah,
the regular mode, the first one that you played through, um, I noticed that in the sewer level, I didn't see or hear the monster at all. I mean, it was nuts, and I was like, huh. And then when I was I was going in between parts, just watching different people playing the sewer level, and
yeah.
I mean they had the same kind of things, and then I realized that there was a monster. I was like, oh my goodness, there actually is a monster in this level. Um, so and then that fourth, and then after the fourth stage leading to the sewers, where you like run down that hallway to the sewers
Yeah,
with the necromorph, that's pretty hard.
yeah. That was pretty hard. The first time I played it as well, because I was like trying to get through the doors. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah,
didn't know you have to constantly run down the corridor.
yeah. I saw Markiplier play it, and it took him like 5 or 10 tries to get even to that
Yeah.
door because he was trying all the doors and stuff. So,
But yeah,
um,
I like the ending of Markiplier's video when he reaches the lower, and then he ends his video. The monster just appears right in front of him.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it
right.
was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Um, okay. Graphics.
Graphic.
Depending on what your graphics setting is, what I did was after I beat Survivor mode. My dad is a big fan of horror games as well, so I showed him a little bit of the game with the graphics turned all the way up and
Yeah,
in full screen, and it has pretty good graphics.
it does. Yeah, really
Yeah,
good.
it's much better graphics than most of the horror games I've seen. Maybe not as good as Slender the Arrival. I mean, I know probably that it costs more
No,
money
because
to.
that's more or less
It didn't
a
cost
proper
as much to make
company.
that game,
You know what I mean?
probably.
But this company has been brought up by scratch. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it wasn't an actual company. It was just these just little group of people just making this game, and
yeah,
but yeah, the graphics were pretty good overall. I think. I mean, they turned out better than I expected. I mean, I liked how on the camera there was like dust on the camera at times. I mean, it kind of made you seem like you were actually there. I mean, so it was pretty realistic at sometimes.
yeah.
Um, I didn't really
But
see and also back to the gameplay as well. What were you
yeah,
saying?
no, I'm just saying with the graphics wise, there was a glitch on that as well. If you have it on the like the highest settings, and
Oh,
it
really?
was like that the screen's all blurred.
Yeah.
But I've only seen that on a couple of videos that I've seen.
Hmm.
But once you restart the game again, it just fixes up straight away. So
Yeah, and the other thing I noticed too was I didn't see the point of the medicine that much. I really didn't really need to use them at all
no, I didn't
at
really.
times.
No.
Um, but of course, you never died, so that was really never a problem for you. Um,
Yeah.
so,
Uh,
all right, so we're just about to run out of time here. So yeah, I think they'll probably have a discount for the game soon. I think it's a little bit too much to be $10. I'm not sure.
yeah.
I think it would be maybe 7 or 8, maybe something like
Yeah,
that. I mean, I know
I
it's a couple
thought that as
dollars
well.
less, but overall, it's a very scary game. I found it to be one of the scariest games that I've ever played before. Um, I mean, and the ambience was great too. The background music was great. Um,
Yeah.
so it was a great game overall. Harry, what's your final score on this game?
Well, my final score would be. I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, I would say around an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
There's going to be more updates to the game soon, so yeah, we'll see. So,
Yeah.
thank
But
you.
yeah. Also, guys, don't forget to find the Slender Easter egg as
Yeah,
well.
Slender Easter egg was cool too. All right, we're running out of time here. Thank you, Harry, for joining me, and I will see you guys in my next video coming soon. Bye, everybody.